What's up, Internet? It's Bewildered Bat back again. Back with a Gotham episode review after two videos of not doing a review. Now, I might look a little rough because I got off work around 11. I'm a little tired, but I wanted to talk about this just to get it out. This episode of Gotham is called The Balloon Man, and I didn't know what to think when I saw the title because I watched it on Hulu, so when I clicked on the episode, I see the title and then watch it, of course. And I did not know what to expect. And I saw something on Twitter about it, and I didn't know what this episode had to do with until I watched it. But it has to do with this guy who calls himself the Balloon Man. He handcuffs people to these weather balloons, and they fly up into the sky. It never says really how high or where. But if you know anything about weather balloons, you know that they pop when they get cold. I think that's what it said was cold. And so these weather balloons pop and drop these people back down to Earth. And you can imagine they're probably already dead before they drop. But, you know, if they're not dead, they're dead when they hit the ground. And one guy fell and hit a lady. Like a lady walking. So I kind of feel like it was... She had it coming. Because if you get hit by a body falling out of the sky, that feels like it's by design. But anyway, back to this. I think the guy who played the Balloon Man is the voice of the T-Rex on Toy Story. I'm pretty sure it's that same guy because he looks like him and he sounded kind of like him. Of course, he wasn't doing the T-Rex voice, but it sounded kind of like the guy, which I thought was interesting. And I kind of liked this villain because he was only killing corrupt people. He killed some kind of con man, some kind of businessman who was stealing money or something. He mentioned this businessman mentioned to his lawyer that some people were mad because they lost their pensions. So I'm guessing he's stealing money from people. And then the next person he killed, I was gonna say ballooned, but that sounds dumb. The next person he's killed was a corrupt lieutenant in the police force. He had some drug dealers going, and he's taking money from people. So he killed him. And then he killed a priest who was known for filling up little boys. So he's not killing just innocent people. He's killing these bad people, which I felt like was kind of cool. That he wasn't just sending random innocent people up into the sky. He was sending these criminals and corrupt people up. So I wasn't expecting that much from him. I kind of felt like he would just send random people up. I wasn't expecting him to kill corrupt people. But this episode also had the subplot, I guess you could say, to this episode was Oswald he comes back to Gotham in this episode, officially comes back. He comes back to the city. He's still in the show, but he comes back to the city. And he's starting to come up through the mob, I feel like. It never says his end game. But he gets recognized by somebody who knew him before he died. I won't say why I have my fingers going. And then he kills him and gets money. He has no money. He's looking at this food truck and he's hungry, obviously. And this guy sees him and he kills this guy and buys some food. That's not why he killed him. He killed him because he recognized him. But it's interesting. It's cool to see Penguin turning into the Penguin. Like, he kills that guy and he kills one or two other people. I know he kills another guy for his shoes. Because he's trying to get a job at a restaurant, and a guy tells him he doesn't have the right shoes, so he kills this next guy for his shoes. And I just like how crazy he is. I want your shoes, so he kills him. And in the first episode, if you watched it, he kills the guy for the sandwich. It was the first or the second. Right after he dies. Quote fingers. Little bunny ears. Right after he dies, he kills this guy. Dies. Right after he does that, he kills this guy for a sandwich. And it's just cool to see how crazy he is. And I kind of felt like he's rising up to be the mob boss of Gotham. One line I really liked when he killed that guy that recognized him, the first guy he kills. Oswald says he's the future of Gotham. I didn't write it down. And then the guy who recognized him said, "If you're the future of Gotham, Gotham's in trouble." And then Oswald says, what's he say? I forgot. He says, "Yes, it is." Yes, he said, "Yes, it is." And then he kills this dude. And that's just a cool line. If you know anything about Penguin, you know that he's one of the mob bosses of Gotham. 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 Gowtham. Gotham. I'm going to start saying that from now on. Gotham. So he kills that guy because he recognizes, and then he kills this other guy for his shoes. And I think he might have killed one more. I don't know something. My speech. He might have killed one more person. I can't remember. But this video is going to be a little longer than I think it maybe should be. But another thing, I'll get back to Penguin because there's one more thing I want to say about him. But another thing that really, really caught me off guard was I'm pretty sure that Jim's wife, Barbara, was at one point a lesbian. Now, I did not see that coming. I did not see it coming. Because this is going to be maybe some spoilers for some people. But Montoya, the other detective it kind of focuses on in this show, comes to her apartment and talks to her about all this kind of stuff about Jim. She tells her what she thinks Jim did, which was a bad thing, I won't say. Goes along with this, if you remember. But and then she's like trying to convince Barbara that Jim did something. And then she says, "When I was with you, something." And then she kissed her, which was weird because I was like this. I didn't know what, and I didn't know that. I will be honest. I've never been. I've maybe only been caught off guard like that twice, and I know I claimed to be very knowledgeable about Batman, but I don't know very much about his wife Barbara, and I'm sorry to admit that to you. And I don't know if the comics, if she was like that, or I don't know if that's real or if that's something for this show, but I didn't know what to say. I really, really didn't. But back to Oswald, that was kind of a big detour from what I was talking about. The last scene that Oswald is in, and I think it was the last scene of the show, is he knocks on Jim's door, and I don't want to say what Jim did, but I might have to. I'm not gonna though. He comes to Jim's house pretty much. And then he says, "Hello, Jim," or "It's good to see you again," or something. And he gives this little smile. And this guy looks, like I've said before, he looks so much like Penguin. It's awesome. And that was the end of the episode. And I thought it was one of the best ones out of the 3 that's been on so far. It's just been. I haven't seen any scenes in this show yet that I didn't like. Now I know in the second episode I said I wasn't crazy about the bad guys, but I still liked all the scenes in the show. And my favorite scenes are so far still the ones with Bruce in them, young Bruce. Just because I like him. And that's pretty much it. I thought this episode was definitely a step up from the last one. And I also wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about reviewing The Flash. I'm not sure yet. I'm starting to become a bigger DC fan than Marvel. I'm starting to like DC way more, which I used to not even care about DC. I liked Batman a little bit, and that was about it. And Marvel was what I cared about most, but I'm starting to like DC a lot more, so I'm not as big of a Flash fan as I am a Batman fan. But I know a little bit. I know some tidbits about him. Some little tidbits about him. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reviewing that show and Walking Dead, definitely when it starts. So I'm very excited to have some more shows to talk about and to watch. And I will see you in the next video. Hit the like button if you liked it. See you next time. Are you on? No? You're still there? Okay.